Some people have the genuine intention to help you, but their efforts ends up hurting you because they don't understand. Then there are other people who, how should I say, they show you efforts to help you in the short term with the intentions to harm you in the long term so they can keep a hold on you. These are very complex situations, but be aware. Move forward with caution. Now's the time to play smart. But on to this message. This message is not for everyone. This message is specifically for my melanated communities, especially the melanated communities that are located in the South. We've forgotten how powerful we are. Where everything of substance, everything substantial was built off of us, was built by us. And in a different context, everything came from us. We are so powerful beyond ways words can describe, but there is this perception of melanated communities as lacking, poor, needy, belligerent, etc., etc. And that couldn't be the furthest thing from the truth. Again, everything came from us. Everything was either built by or built off of us. We do well. Our communities do well on our own. An example is Black Wall Street. That was an example where our communities, during the times of segregation, we were thriving. We were thriving on our own, not bothering anybody. And that caused a lot of irritation amongst other parties. To the point where, at first, our communities were pushed away and seen as outcasts. And then when we was like, okay, we'll do it on our own and start doing things better, it made certain groups, certain people feel some type of way. So a system was created. A system that integrated these melanated communities into a main system, but the system was made to constantly put them down because, again, they need us. We do not need them. This system needs us. We do not need it. That shows our power in itself. But now we have a system that deliberately, legally put us down under the illusion of equality. Over here, they use a lot of legalese and a lot of perception play to dance around the real issue. For another example is the prison system. Over here, the prison system is how should I say this? It's prime time real estate for cheap and basically free labor. And who is the prison system mostly filled with? Now, These are just things to make you think about how a community that is so strong and resilient and self-sufficient have the picture painted over it as lazy, as needy, as they paint the picture, but they don't want to hold in the brush. A few generations back, here's something else. A few generations back, officials went to officials went to families and houses in the melanated community. It was like, we will provide y'all aid, but the only catch is that the husband, the man, cannot be in the house, cannot be part of the family. To have our families, our community, our culture systematically broken down and repressed. The oppressors, the opposition, it's not in their benefit to leave us alone. Because the moment they leave us alone, we build back up and thrive quickly. In order for them to stay, to have the illusion that they are on top, they have to constantly, artificially put us down. But I'm not going to, how should I say this? All their efforts will fail. Each and every last one of them. What is meant to harm us will be used to prosper us. Our communities, despite all their efforts, are being built back up in a way they cannot stop, in a way that is imperceivable. Because one thing about our community, despite this manufactured war and conflict over here coming from the external and sometimes internal, because not all skin folk is kinfolk. Despite all these distractions and disruptions, our community is being built up to have a great resurgence. Ownership, property, self-sustainability, where we can rely on one another instead of relying on people who rely on us staying down. Our community is building each other and building itself back up in ways that cannot be stopped. We are so powerful. And it's not that we forgot, but we have been constantly told that we are not. We have been told all of our legacy is just slavery. Which, by the way, every single group, ethnicity has faced slavery in some way, shape, or form, and not just for melanated communities. Every group, every ethnicity, everybody has faced some form of slavery. But why is it hyped up among the melanated communities that all we were slaves? If you frame the perception of the past, you give someone a limited perspective of their future. We were more than the past they painted for us. There was history before invaders. There was still that history that runs through our blood. This is a really deep and powerful message. And again, my goal is not to separate us versus them. But however, I will empower the disenfranchised. And that needs specialized attention. So, buckle up, because our communities are making a comeback. And it's so beautiful.